dialed in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. If you're with us on Twitch, you just saw an episode.
Yeah.
If you're not with us on Twitch, you did not.
And then if you're on Twitch, you saw the after hours of the episode.
Because we never shut it off.
Right. And then all of a sudden it gets like, so I didn't say anything I'm willing to hide, right?
Shout out to Osborne for
he's like,
texting and saying you're still on the air. Yes, yes, we know.
yeah. No, it's like,
You didn't, I did.
I didn't, but like again, I have nothing to hide, right?
Right.
Okay. What do that's what we do. Hey, what did we like? What didn't we like? Is there something we can do better? Right? I mean, that's a normal follow-up. Granted, we always ask what can we do better. We
Right.
never fucking do anything better, but we at least ask.
We're consistent. We're very consistent.
Yeah.
So what's the new start of the show?
Guys, welcome. As always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you joining us. Today I'm finishing my little bit of buy that I had for I don't know, flavored water with a little bit of energy in it
Nick is not drinking during Bucks and Brews today.
because he's lame.
I am drinking during Bucks and Brews.
I'm about to go
So
get that garage beer lime that's in the fridge.
go for it.
Hey,
So
wait.
go for it.
Oh, that's what I'm drinking. Garage
so
beer lime.
Nick's gonna have a garage beer lime. For those of us on TikTok and Twitch right now, I have an Untitled Art dark chocolate truffle pastry stout, which is one of my new favorite beers. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's not cheap because nothing from Untitled Art is, but it is delicious. And then from one of our favorite brewers, Revolution Brewing in Chicago, Freedom of Speech, a session sour ale with peaches. So I expect that to be very good too. I don't usually like sours, but I love peach. And I love Revolution. So I was like, here we go. Nick, today we're going to talk 3D printing.
Yeah, say something. I'm looking at my 3D printer right now, right?
Yeah.
Gearing up for my daughter because that's who I am. I finished a 24-hour print.
What was it?
I printed a gumball machine that is going to be used for dice. My intent is I saw some dice next to me. Like so 6-sided, 20-sided, 10-sided, all these types of things. So I have a not large, for 3D printing, a gumball machine that I'm gonna put random dice in there and then have
Like individual pieces?
Yeah.
Nice.
So because and the reason I'm doing that is because A, I want to, and B, I love dice rolling. And so I'm attempting to sell dice towers, right?
Mhm.
As my kind of like, I just enjoy, everybody's selling them, right? Though, I can't do anything different.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't seen them in a lot of events we've done.
Well, the ones that we've done, right? I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're selling them plates. I'm sure at C2E2 this weekend, you're going to see a shit ton of them.
You don't, though. You see like 2 booths with them. And,
Really?
And honestly,
You'll see a lot of dragons.
the worst part is like they're the boring ones to
Mhm.
me, but like I watch them sell. so
Like your
it's
smaller ones.
No, like your larger ones. But like, and that's the thing, like,
Where they just fall through, though.
right, that's it. Like they just fucking fall through, and I'm like, that's fucking boring. Like
Yeah.
to me, right? Like mine.
You want to see it do
I
something.
want to hear clinky, clinky, clinky. Okay, is that what you want to hear? I want to hear it. But so we did an event this weekend.
We did.
Um,
You want to grab that one so we can show people?
I mean, absolutely.
Do that.
Let me get a sip of beer and
Sounds good. So we did an event this weekend. We don't do a lot of events, but every once in a while we get out and we do an event. Nick and I don't really make money at 3D printing, but we have fun 3D printing. And we sell the stuff, that we make. And Nick had made this fun dice tower for a game. If you pay $1, you roll a dice, you either win nothing which was only if you rolled a 1. Or you won some stickers, or you got to keep the die. Or if you rolled a 20 on the D20, you got a free dice tower. What was 19 again, Nick?
free set of dice.
Free set of dice if you rolled a 19. We had one person win a dice tower. We had one person win a free set of dice. We had a whole bunch of people kept their dice, some stickers. We only had, I think, one person that won nothing.
No, well, because right when I said that, I had said first person to roll a 1 gets a free dice jail. And so, of course, she came out and rolled a 1.
Yeah, all you on TikTok there, keep liking us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, so right here's my quick dice tower that I built for those that can see this. So you grab a random D20, you get to throw it down the slots.
You won an 11, so you get to keep that dice, my friend.
Okay, so I get to keep that dice. So I'll be honest, it was pretty much a hit, like in my
It was.
opinion.
A lot of people paid $1 to roll the dice.
Little kids, adults, I mean old people. It was something very fun. And so I made, I don't know, man, a few dollars
Yeah.
off of dice rolling.
Yeah, but you didn't make anything because you gave away free stuff.
Yeah, I did give right.
I guess it's not free stuff. You gave away stuff.
Did right. And I gave away, and it's funny because I give away shit. So it's like I started out with, oh, you get a sticker, and I was like, I just take a couple stickers, right?
How many stickers can I have? I don't know, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Right. It's supposed to be, it's kid would cry and I want the dice, and it's like, man, just keep the dice. Like, I'm not really worried about it, right? Like, hey, and so things I've learned, so like, and I learn every time, right? So it's like now I want to charge $1 to try. 2, you can just pay me $2 and you're guaranteed to keep the die. Right. I think I'm gonna do that for the next one. Like that way, the little kid's crying, or you're just, I had one person roll, they gave me $5 and I think they
rolled
four times they got stickers, and one time they actually got to keep the die, right?
One time.
And so it's like, you know what? Hey, you're on your third one. You do that. Fine. Just give me the $2 and you get to keep the die, and you still get the chance to go for the 20,
Osborne's on TikTok for the first time ever.
There we go. So, but so that made me a decent amount. My stuff for some reason isn't selling as well.
I want to talk about this.
Niche.
Yeah, you're very much dice towers, dice related stuff.
Yep.
And I had said you did a young entrepreneur show with Emerson in the fall.
Yep.
And you printed a whole lot of different things, and she did really well with that.
Yeah.
Because again, you were well diversified. You had whistles, and didn't you have the pull toy that flies up in the air?
Yep. Dragons. We had axolotls. We had. Oh man,
you had some of those pass through cones.
Yep. So just a lot of things. Well, so the one reason for me I don't do it with you, right, is because you carry that stuff.
I mean, you can still carry the same shit I do if you say I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I know, but it's just to me, I'd rather see a big diverse. And apparently I've only made it to one fucking event, so
I mean, I've done the other events for you.
Right. But so like
the stupid thing is I've sold better for you without you there, which is really fucking weird.
Yeah, well, so the dice tower, it's fun for me. I had what you guys seen was half of what I built, because I wanted to go taller. We tested it. There's some random little things.
We can fix this dice tower too. I want to work with some of the supports and make them a little better.
But so that being said is, so I built this gumball machine. And so now my next idea, because people
really excited about the gumball machine. So anybody that's watching us right now, go to our Bucks and Brews Facebook page, like that. Everything we 3D print will eventually be there.
Yeah.
You'll get to see what we have. If you want to buy something that we have, usually we have stuff at Break Room Therapy. Otherwise, we'll let you know when shows are coming up. Like the next one I know we have is a Pride event at Break Room Therapy the last Sunday in June. What's that look for?
I'm not sure I'll be here.
Well, if you're not here, I'll do it myself.
Right. So
let's see it.
Yeah,
You got a picture of it here. So for those of you on TikTok, you can see that. Anybody joining us on Twitch, there it is.
It's this beautiful blue and pink, right? So I opened my pink and I was like, oh, I
love that.
It's awesome. And so I'm going to, I decided, hey, I'm going to take some dice home real quick, try to fill, I'm not going to fill it, but I'm going to put it in there, make sure it works. But I figure for $1 a spin, now you're going to get a chance to win a D20, a D4, a D10, a D12,
D6.
Yep, a D6, a D8. So you're one of those. And so I'm hoping it spits out kind of one at a time. We're going to go play test it, have some fun with it. And now it's just going to be random colors, random things. And so, we're going to hope. And maybe I'll do it. You remember back in the day where you had the bouncy balls?
Yeah.
where like if you got the Magic 8 Ball or whatever, you either got a free game or you got like a piece of candy or something. So I might do that. Like, hey, if you get the all black D20, because I have a few of those or whatever, we're gonna give you a special prize for that, right? Like, and so I'm just gonna make another game out of it because to me, I'm making more money off of the things I absolutely love, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I love printing and selling the dice towers, but I'm making, you know, uh, 10, $12, right, off of dice. And I again, like I got up and you're like, oh, go watch it. And I'm like, here, I get to watch it clink and stuff like that. And it was just fun to me, right? But yeah, so I won another game. One other thing that you did, right?
Yeah, my big hit was the mystery eggs.
Right.
So I got Easter eggs and I filled them with like little, animals and stuff. I had some flexi animals, I had some static animals. You got 3, 4, 5 animals in a little egg for $5. And again, it probably cost me about $5 to fill the egg with stuff. So I didn't really make money on it, but kids had so much fun doing that. First one that did it, I gave her one of the free mini frogs.
Right.
Like I just walked up to her and I gave her a free mini frog because she really wanted to play. And that basically made mom go, sure, I'll give you $5 to play that game.
Right. Well, and that was it. Well, and so originally you had it on the ground over here. And literally the first boom, second one, boom. And I was like, David, you got to move. And you had and honestly, the thing that you moved was your payment sign. I was like, dude, you got to move that. And he moved it to the table. It made it more in front of everybody. And it literally, I mean, I don't know. You sold quite a bit more than I thought you were going to, right? And it was like, so now that made it so it was like, all right, I need something like that.
Shout out to Dawn and Christy for that idea, by the way.
We learned that it's yours sucks, right? Like for some reason keeps breaking.
Yeah, it doesn't break. It just doesn't always kick out an egg, which is stupid as shit. So, oh my God.
And that's what I want to play with mine to make sure, like, hey, we're at this point, right?
I have a story for you.
Yeah.
So you know those turtles you can buy for your kids, and you fill them with sand, and they play in the turtle?
Yes. Yes.
So Dawn sees that, and she sends me a video, like on TikTok or Instagram or something yesterday. And it's a 3D printed one, right? So you can have like a mini turtle sandbox to play in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I could probably do something like that. So I start working with numbers. I'm like, I could probably sell this for about $10 break even. And she's like, all right, well, that's doable. She goes, but we have to figure out how much the sand costs. And I go, what?
You mean the stuff that you guys have here?
She goes, yeah, we have to figure out how much the sand is going to cost. I'm like, why the fuck would we do that? And she goes, well, because you need sand for it. I'm like, right. She goes, so we have to figure out how much that costs. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And she goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, we fucking make sand.
Yeah.
We have sand because we break fucking glass at break room therapy. So there is sand. And she goes, I never thought about using our sand. I'm like, are you serious?
Yep.
So I printed the turtle, and then Christy's like, I think you should do a Zen garden, which I asked my wife, and she's like, no, I don't want too many things. Guess who's printing a Zen garden anyway?
For sure. Like Emerson, she fell in love with Zen Garden. So
yeah.
Great. But so like I'm looking, now I don't think I can print it up, but like maybe I can. But little black capsule so that way you can't see. And I assume people are gonna run away with it, but I'd like to keep my capsule. That way if it doesn't fit, hey, I have a capsule that can go in there and hopefully spin. And
I worry almost with the gumball machine about something falling out the front because it's not totally enclosed.
Well, but it has, it has things. So I have a stopper there, so like you spin it and it drops into a hole and all that. So it wouldn't be a big deal.
I know, but if you shook it, you might be able to get something out the front, maybe.
But I mean, like we sit there all day, kind of. And if somebody's gonna steal something, you're gonna fucking steal it, right? Like we're here to have fun. We're here to have a good time.
I'm not necessarily worried about that. I'm just, from the game aspect. That's
it's like, right. Oh, I got 2. Because somebody goes, oh, I got 2 that came out, and be like, yeah, you just both of them.
When we used your dice tower, you're like, yeah, just give it a little tap, and everybody's like, really? Yeah, just give it a little tap.
We don't care.
We just needed to move on.
And it was like, okay, here's the thing with society, right? Mm-hmm. The girl that won the dice tower, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 20. Oh, really? That's awesome. And she goes, we didn't touch it. And I was like, hey, look, I don't care, right? Like, and I was so happy. It was so weird because here's the fun thing for me. The things I hate the most are the things other people like.
Yeah.
She chose the yellow dice tower.
A boring, just plain yellow dice, not the multicolored one.
Right. But like
just a boring yellow one.
And the yellow is like this canary yellow.
Yeah, it's not really like a
pa-
banana
pas-
yellow
right, it's
or
like
anything.
pastel yellow, and I don't like it, and I can't stand it. And I was like, that fucking dice tower is never selling, but like, I printed it because of whatever, right?
But again, you
And-
have this dice holder
Yeah,
that you did in like a baby blue and red. That almost looks like the new the special Cubs uniforms they're wearing.
yeah.
That I think is just beautiful.
Yep.
Mind you, I heard a lot of hate on those Cubs uniforms, but fuck those people. That's a beautiful color. And you sent it to me, and you're like, "Hey, my wife and daughter don't like this color," and I'm like, "Oh my god, dude, that's the best color you've printed yet."
Right.
Again, it just depends on the people. It depends on who sees what you have for them to go, "Yeah, I really like that." My tic-tac-toe game. So I have a tic-tac-toe game.
Did that sell? I remember
It did.
He was selling. He was trying real hard.
It sold for $8,
Yeah.
which I mean, if you come into break room, you might get it a little cheaper.
Okay.
But technically, it's a keychain. But who the hell's going to use? It's a huge keychain, so it's probably 3 inches by 3 inches.
Yeah.
And you just flip the tiles and play tic tac toe. That's fun.
Well, and they were traveling. It seemed like
Yeah.
because all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, this would be great." Because no, for the road, for on the travel. And I was like, because I've been thinking about making the Connect 4.
Yeah.
You seen that? Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, and I love it because it's the spiral one that goes on inside of itself. And I was like, but then if you watch the video, like him taking it apart, trying to get it, and I was like, kind of sucks because like,
Have you seen the bouncing Connect 4?
yeah, let's say,
When we're drinking this summer,
oh yeah,
somebody
let's
may
say.
have bought that
All right,
already.
let's say,
Don goes, "Why do you have that?" And I'm like, "Have you met me? I'm an alcoholic. That's why I have it."
but so it's it gave me anyway. So like, I sold for you
Mhm.
more stupid stuff than I ever like. So these people are looking at these water bottle hole. We can say it right.
There's
It's a Stanley cup right?
keychains.
and then it holds chapstick. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh yeah, check this out. Like it, and so I'm selling the product, right? I'm like, oh, check it out. It holds your chapstick. It does this, blah blah. And 5, 7 of them, I don't know, right?
Yeah, I sold several.
Yeah, right. And so it was like, oh man, once you explained it to them, what it kind of did more than just, oh, this looks like my mom's Stanley. So like, I'm printing them right now. I
Totally fucking should.
5 in the teal. I'm gonna make pink lids. So then I'm gonna just keep
I
going through
did.
my colors.
The first ones I did were in trans colors.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going through a bunch of different things because Emerson's hopefully going to be doing young entrepreneur night, and I might as well start. So I also bought more filament because I'm a jackass. TikTok got me.
I mean, I have so much filament.
Yeah.
You should see
need
my
some gold.
printing area now.
I need some gold.
I still have a little bit of gold.
Yeah, I gotta borrow a little bit. So, but it just we're getting to that point where it's hey, we have to start. When I open up something, I try to use it to print so that way it doesn't go bad.
I want to find like a Saturday that isn't overly busy at break room.
Yeah.
That like the Cubs have an early game and the Tigers have a late game, and we can just sit on the porch all day, drink, play some games, and watch baseball all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a great day. Me, you, and Mike.
Well, so yeah, that'd be a fun day. But like, I'm gonna go back to selling, right? So, guy picks up a fan chain.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how much? And, it says how much it's gonna be.
$30.
Yep.
It was a Notre Dame one.
Even if sports are dumb, you're welcome to come. Yeah, sports ball.
I mean, that is what she will say.
Yep. So, and then, but all of a sudden, right? You and I were like, yeah, dude, whatever. So, guy comes back over, probably, 30 minutes, an hour later.
Yeah, it was like an hour later, and he's like, "Hey,
you take 25 for it, David? 25? Yup. Okay, right."
Yeah, he looks at me, 25. Yeah, I'll take 25. And he's like, "Great, I'm gonna get that for my friend."
Right. Well, and then turned around, and this guy, he did what everybody else does when their cards
He
out.
bought a ton of shit.
He said this.
He bought a fucktopus with
Right.
the 5 middle
And
fingers.
that was like a random last second.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, give me that too."
Yeah.
He already had a few dollars worth of stuff, and then was like, "Yeah, let me get this $8 add-on."
I think he spent about $40.
If altogether.
Yeah, total.
Oh, I guess I thought it was a little bit more, but yeah, so
It was in that range.
yeah, but I mean that was like just sure we lost 5, but gained 15.
Absolutely.
It's like so.
But, and there are certain things that I sell, like the $2 flexi
Right.
animals. I don't want to make a deal on those because they cost me about $1.70 to print.
And right, and that's it. Well, so like I had the one kid, right, who wanted to play the damn dice game.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Oh, my dad told me to go get quarters, and I only found 75 cents." And I was like, "Buddy, I'll do it for that." And he goes, "No, I found 2 dimes and a nickel too." And I was like, "Cool, I'll take it for $1." But I was like, "Dude, I don't care." Like, again, you're willing, and that kid ended up being great. He ended
Yeah,
up
the
staying
kid
after.
that,
Yeah,
yeah, he helped us pack up, and I threw him a Minecraft Infinity Cube.
yeah, right. It was like, dude, I mean, the kid was just an awesome kid. We're hoping to have them on, to be honest.
Oh,
with you.
absolutely will. I have his card.
Yeah, right. And so, to us, it's another networking event
Ooh,
as
that's
well.
good.
Good. And so,
Not too sour.
I've really enjoyed. Sorry, I've really enjoyed myself. Sorry.
Nick's looking at Tiger stuff right now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, Christy, by the way, since you're on, Nick's gonna NCS for us at Lugnuts again. What do you mean? You said you were in for Lugnuts.
Time do we have to leave?
I don't remember, like 4?
Okay, and I probably could be good.
What's the problem?
I coached this year and I had 17 kids graduate.
What?
I coached this year and I had 17 kids graduate. So
Graduate what?
high school.
Oh, you have
I have
graduation
open
parties.
houses. Yeah. And so I had it in my, and I told them, I was like, I'm not coming. And they're like, Coach, you have to, and blah, blah. And like, you have to. And I was
You
like,
don't have to. You can just give them money and they'll be happy.
yeah, I know.
Trust me, I
But,
do that all the time.
Sorry, former MLB pitcher who pitched 12 different teams before ending career with the Tigers has passed away.
Who did?
Ex-Tiger collapses in Dominican Republic.
Who is it?
I don't know. That's what I got to figure out. So, your wife sent it to us, so I thought it was important. So we're taking 5-0, tons of home runs.
Is that?
I say just
Hang on, we're just gonna go here.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. So like, right, it was a fun little. And honestly, time flew by. I want to give a huge shout out to Two Guys Brewing, right? Two Guys Brewing. They had us in to this event.
Octavio Total.
Hotel.
Yeah.
Wow, really? I think I have an autographed baseball. But they had us in, and then we're setting up, we're doing things, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey," of course, me being the person I am, I was like, "Oh, can I finally have a beer?" And they're like, "Yep." So I had the first beer, and I opened the first tab, and they're like, "All right, if you're a vendor, thank you for showing up. We're going to feed you." They gave us a burger, a double cheeseburger and fries,
Or a hot dog.
or a hot dog.
But we both got the double
which was
cheeseburger.
amazing double cheeseburger.
I couldn't eat the fries.
Yes,
because the double cheeseburger was so damn
yeah,
big.
dude, that was a big burger. But
It
like,
was.
dude, they gave us that for just showing up, right?
Well, and they do 2 more of these events. So they do one in the summer, one in the fall.
Yep.
And then they have the Brewers Guild thing that they do at Calder,
Yep.
which you were sick for last
Which
year.
I said I gotta get some. I'm gonna make a few keychains of those or something, right?
These?
Yeah, the small.
Isn't that great?
Put them small and do a keychain of it.
So we do a quarterly challenge every quarter. Mind you, we have not figured out what the second quarter challenge is. But
Somebody's kind of a jerk.
you can enter. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Because you're supposed to figure it out because I figured out the last one. Where are you going?
I'm gonna use the restroom.
All right. I guess I'm going to talk then because Nick's leaving me. So the 3D printing stuffs. You know what was shocking to me, Nick?
What's that?
Toothless and Light Fury sold in like 5 minutes. And I did not have any extra, which was bad but good at the same time. So I didn't have extra. And I told people, I'm like, listen, if you come to break room therapy, they're almost always there. You can schedule a session and break some stuff. And then afterwards, you can take Toothless home with you. And, when I'm at these events, I'm always looking to diversify funds, and I'm always plugging my wife's business because that brings us money. So I was really happy with the fact that I could sit there and say, hey, come to break room. You can break stuff, and then you can buy 3D stuff. And break room therapy just hopped on while I'm talking about them. But so that's one of the things that I really like about going to a craft show and stuff. So I know that we have the Pride event at Break Room at the end of June. We're trying to get into Kalamazoo Geek Fest, which is in October. We got at least 2 more events at Two Guys Brewing plus Calder Plaza in September. So, I mean, if you're looking for 3D stuff, Nick and I will be around. We have a nice variety of stuff, especially between the two of us, because he has kind of the dice stuff covered. And again, if you go to our Bucks and Brews Facebook page, you can see all the stuff that we have printed. It's quite the set of different types of fun stuff. So like I really lean into the geeky type shit because I love Star Wars and Marvel and DC and stuff. And I also like animals, so I get a lot of animals. Nick has a lot of dice towers.
Nerd stuff.
He has these huge D20s that he makes that are huge.
Yeah, which I thought would sell.
Again, you and I need to go to House Rules and take him some of our shit.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. I mean, even, or, a couple other card shops or something.
I mean, there's a lot of places out there. And I mean, so I'll see a lot of 3D stuff nowadays, especially if you go to cons and they'll have dragons for like $5. And I can't compete with that.
Oh, nuts.
To print a dragon, it's between 15 and $20 for me because again, I'm charging for time on the printer, the filament that it's making, all that stuff.
Well, and what do you, I mean, it's hard because yes, people still buy dragons, but like, I don't know. I like to put in the work and do that. But part of me also is like, man, I'm just gonna go on Temu and buy 50 fucking dragons to keep them, so that way we can throw them out to sell them, right?
Because you can buy them at like $1.50 a piece, and
Right.
then sell them for $6, and it makes sense.
Right, and it makes money, but it kind of defeats the purpose for me.
It really does. I enjoy printing the stuff that I'm gonna make.
Yep.
And again, you look at some of the different filaments we get, and they're just beautiful.
Oh gosh, yes. I want to find my rainbow filament again.
So Nick had printed this huge 3D dice tower in this rainbow filament. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And a guy walked in and he looked at it and he goes, I have to have that. And it was like a $40 dice tower.
Like this, you can't compete with this. So $2.01, glow in the dark egg
Nope.
and dragon.
Can't do it.
Egg and dragon. Like
I mean, for $2, it would have to print in like 45 minutes.
right, $3 or $3. Ooh, that one is freaking awesome. That, I mean, you have to admit that's awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Say, but like, gosh, but like, I can't compete with this. You win. Congrats, you've gotten me.
Well, again, if you buy it off of Temu, it's gonna break way quicker than anything we print.
Well, I mean, say depending on who's printing it, right?
Those infills on those are
Got to be nothing.
awful.
Right, they have to be nothing. But again,
And if you don't understand infill, so infill is how much material is on the inside of the 3D print.
nope. Saying my dice, they're a little. Some of them are heavy infill, some of them are light infill.
Yeah.
Because when you get this big, you don't want something 6 pounds, right?
Did you get all my messages on bamboo today?
Oh, so the problem with bamboo is it doesn't tell me, and so every once in a while.
You need to go look at shit I've sent you.
Okay.
Because right now they're running a casino contest. So there's a whole lot of dice games and shit on there. And spinny wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right,
And that's right up your
I'll
alley.
say I seen somebody make a whole fucking
Let me see that.
roulette wheel.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out if they've cleared my print bed yet.
Oh, yes.
I have a daughter that's again trying to do all this. So,
Is this spring break week?
yeah.
Oh, a lot of people had it last week.
No,
Oh, yeah.
really.
Pretty sure Coopersville was last week.
Network error.
That's fun.
It's not a big deal. But anyway, so I learned I can't freaking adjust my camera, which I think you're wrong. I think there's got to be a way.
I don't think there is, but maybe. I don't know.
Oh, still there. So apparently they're not home. But anyway, my bamboo. But right, so like, and to me, yes, okay, I have stuff.
So if you go here,
Yeah, printing task. Yeah,
This is
I know how to get there. It just doesn't send me. See, that's awesome. A cookie jar. Yeah.
bank.
Yeah. But so I do, right? We talk about, I have dice. See, does it spin?
It does.
Bitch. We're gonna have to get that, but
Look at all the fun shit I sent
I
you.
do have dice, right? That I've bought and purchased, right? The marble. Is it nonstop? Does it run by itself?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I want to print one so bad.
You asked about those. I sent them
Okay.
to you.
I just have to get bigger. Okay, so I have to scale it. Is the big thing. Okay, because somebody wants to purchase those from me. All right, yeah. It's like my wife wants that.
How excited were people for the fucking articulated possum that I
They're
had?
just insane, right? Like you could have raised the price another $1.
And people would have bought
And
the
people
shit
would-
out of that possum.
Well, now I'm gonna build it bigger because right, you did it for what, $2?
Yeah, they're $2.
Are they?
I mean, they're little minis.
Yeah, like but like I'm going to build. I'm gonna assume 200 times. So like, right, something
Yeah, you
like-
can sell for $6 to $8.
right. You know, if I can get into the $5 range and have 250 into it, I'm happy. Granted, it's multicolor; it's gonna be hard to do
Mhm.
it, but
Again, you have to put a lot on the print bed. If you put enough on the print bed, it's worth
I
it.
have to start using my laptop is the biggest key.
Yes.
Yes, that's the hard part because on your phone you're only allowed to do 10.
Yes.
Also, I have a problem with like what I just printed. I only printed 5 of the things. Granted, they're putting in one color. Even
What things?
sorry, the Stanley cups
Yes.
that are things. They don't print all as one. So like I'm gonna print the lids next in a different color. But
That's what I do.
so I can, I'm printing 5 at a time, but the max I can do is 10, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm still fearful, especially from my, even now, like something will screw up and then I have 10 that screw up versus I'll take 5 at a time. But with multicolor things, it's just so much smarter to do it all at once. So
It is because you have all of that wasted filament.
yep. So
Again, we got to figure out how to print into the object instead of using the purge, not
yeah.
poop
Yep.
thing.
So and that's something I gotta figure out. But I've been playing around with I sent you a bunch of videos about like
You did.
AI and this and that, and I'm watching, but it's like it's hard for my brain to start learning. So that's why I'm sending you videos so that way I can go back into it and then go, all right, I'm gonna play with this, right? Like worst case scenario, I break my printer and I end up with a $3,000 one that has laser. So
It went up more in price too. You know why?
yeah, tariffs.
Tariffs.
Somebody said it went $200. I kind of laugh because I'm a dick. Oh, it went up $200. Guess I'm not buying it now. And I was like, okay, if
If $200 is stopping you, then you were never buying it in the first
on a
place.
$3,000 fucking machine that's brand new,
Yeah.
that like we didn't even know prices that came out,
Yeah.
right? Like you weren't fucking buying
Never.
it, right? Like I'm not trying to be a dick, but like you had 4 days to buy it at the
Yeah.
old price. So like I would call that an introductory price, right? Like if you jumped on it, you got a discount. If not, you're screwed. But like, sure, you and we're gonna wait. And honestly, I might buy it Black Friday because I'll probably get that $500 discount.
Well, you don't have to worry about Black Friday because they do an anniversary sale every June.
Oh, is it June?
That's
Okay.
when you bought your P1S.
Is it really?
It is.
Okay. So, and like to me, I might think about getting a couple new AMSs. Because
I need a 4th.
do you really?
I do.
Because like my problem is right now I'm constantly changing out filament. So what I do is I end up trying to use the whole roll of something that's in there because I don't want to change filament and do things. So I figure if I have another AMS, I'll be happy.
I have 3.
Yeah, I say, and you get to keep them all connected all the time, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
I also know how to fix things when it goes wrong on the AMS, which is very helpful to know.
yeah, I say I've had one issue, and so that's one thing I got to figure out. So I
Mhm.
need to use. The problem is if I don't use all of something,
Mhm.
but I need to figure out because I want to like these. I wish I would have used different filament. I got confused because it was that I didn't use everything.
Mhm.
Because what I wanted to do was make this out of my little bits left, right? Because I have a bunch of little things, and so it's like, man, I just want to keep sending filament down. I should get my ender back up and going. Emerson's going to learn on that, hopefully.
Yeah.
Problem is, I just don't want to fucking level it.
I told you, once you start printing with the bamboo, you're going to be like, fuck
Yeah.
that thing. It's
Yeah.
a paperweight.
But it helps me respool, which I have to. It's funny because I just built this gumball machine, which took 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right. Literally, I think it was 10 hours for the base, 10 hours, maybe 11 hours for the top. So that's 21, 2 hours for the handle and the thing. And then, so that's 23, and then like 30 minutes or so, plus like stoppage time. Like it was 30 minutes for the catch of the thing. So
Yeah.
like I'm literally 24 full hours into this. And so like there's times where I don't build things because of like I don't want to sit here and wait this long. And I'll start something if I go to sleep, but like um I need to build a respooler because I have 8 to 10 partial. I don't want to say partial, like the 250 milligram rolls.
Mhm.
Milligram, gram. What are they? Anyway,
The tiny ones
Yeah,
are
grams,
like
right?
250,
250 grams.
I think grams.
Yeah. Because it's 1 kg,
Yep.
kilogram, and then so it's 250 grams. And so it's like I have a bunch of those small ones, but the small things don't fit in our AMS.
Right. You
So-
have to respool them.
Right. So I'm thinking about building that respooler.
I did that.
Does it
It's
work?
great.
Yeah. See, right? Like, is yours use the drill?
It uses the drill.
Yeah. So right, like,
I mean, you have to have somebody hold the other end, but it's fine.
it'll take me a day to print that respooler.
I don't even think it takes that long.
Really? And
Yeah.
but like, and so then it's like, all right, then it'll be done and I'll have it forever, right?
Yeah.
That's some of the biggest things I have an issue.
I mean, when I started 3D printing, it was just before COVID.
Yep.
And it was on the Ender 3 that you now have.
Yep.
And, you did one color at a time. There was a lot of cleanup work to it, which there's still cleanup work to the bamboo. It's not like it prints everything perfectly, but it's so close to just slap on a table and sell it that it's insane.
Yep.
So some things I do clean up. Most of it I don't. I'm just like, all right, it's, got a little bit of imperfection here. Like the turtle sandbox I printed.
Yeah.
Under the shell, I could sand all that out. But who the fuck's gonna look at it? I don't give a shit.
Well, and that's it. Like people look at my stuff and like you can see some of the lines and people and don't get me wrong, there's certain things like here, right? You can see these lines right here. And sure, I could clean that up. Or I know that I'm charging $1 for a die roll and it's just gonna do its job.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like I don't care. I'm there's some things where I really want the perfection out of it,
Mhm.
And I have you're willing to learn and take time and do all this, and me, I'm just like, you have it, I'm willing to print it, right? Like, I have to do the lids for the thing, but I'm really gonna build that bank for the dice now because that's freaking
That was awesome, wasn't it?
well, like so my D20s, the large. He's like, oh, is that a D20 holder of the thing? So and also I have to figure out. I'm really annoyed. One thing people will you have to use these magnets. Everybody builds different magnet sizes. So one thing I need to do is like hop on Temu and just get like see if there's
All of the
see if there's a
different
thing for
size
different
of
magnets,
magnets.
right? So that way I could build some of these things with magnets. Like you just glue your magnet on, but like
I
there's
do.
some of them where it's like built like they specifically have the right size hole and
Mm-hmm.
it's built for this. So I wonder if they have assorted magnets. I
probably do.
I import from Temu all the time.
It's gonna be so much more expensive now.
We'll see.
I got a friend who owns a small business in Grand Rapids.
Yeah,
It's a firework business.
nice.
It's going to cost him 125% more than he paid before.
Yeah.
Because of the fucking tariffs.
Yeah.
So if he buys something for 100,000, he's going to pay 125,000 in tariffs.
Yep.
And he's like, I don't know how I stay in business with that. And of course, there's a bunch of assholes going, well, you'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It's no big deal. I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody said I have to pay 125% more on the shit we sell at Break Room, there just wouldn't be a break room.
Well, and that's I mean,
if they said that with filament, I got enough filament to last me 6 to 8 months. I just wouldn't buy anymore.
when I just bought, I don't know, I just bought. I don't even know, man. So probably 17 rolls. Nope, sorry. Be 10, 11 rolls.
Yeah.
Probably 11 rolls, I think. I spent, close to $200 because they were on sale for 14
Was
bucks
it the
a piece.
Sunlu deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought those too.
Yeah. And just why not? So
Oh, Yost is on. What's up, Yost?
hey Yost. He's getting ready to go coach.
They're off. No, they are. No,
Spring break.
I don't know if it's spring break this week or last week. I have no idea.
So, but right, if you're looking to start a business, so my opinion is do what everybody else is doing. I mean, right? It's like I hopped on and I went onto there's a million Facebook webs, things like that, groups and all that. And
Yep.
I hopped on and I think I invited you to the one.
You did.
And so it was like, all right, so I'm watching and everybody's got these small little animals. And I was like, oh yeah, and they made this amount of money. And here I am like niche, right? And I was like, I don't make shit at any of these things, right? Like, not worth my time to show up in theory, right? And so it's like, God, all right, I just need to start doing what everybody else does because
Really, you
it
do.
works, right? Like,
The most expensive thing I sold was that Notre Dame chain.
yeah,
Other than that, I don't think I sold anything over $15.
yeah, I say,
I sold like 2 or 3 $15 items, 3 or 4 $10 items. Most of it was $5 and under.
yep, and right, and like that's just it. Like, I need to, because I understand. It's either you need to double down and have a shit ton of stuff, right?
Mhm.
Which I don't want to do that, right? Because like then you and I are completely different booths, and we can get lucky to be next to each other, like which is fine as well. But I'd have to make 500 different dice towers. I'd have to bring them all, set them all up, and like me, I'm lazy. I have the
Mhm.
dice towers I have because they pack small.
Where do your dice towers reside? At your house?
No, they used to be. They're now in your office.
Yeah, they're in the office
Here at Bucks and Brew
with all the other stuff. Because again, I if I sell something downstairs, I gotta fill a spot.
right. And it's I say I get so excited. Oh yeah, got you $20 for a die. I'm like yes. I literally turn around and just go buy a new thing of filament.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I have a dice tower sold, the one that's over there, the yellow one, but he wants it in this color, and I'm out of this filament. And so now I have to go buy that filament to make him happy, and I think I have it sold. Like I have it sold, and it's like, all right, it's worth it for me to go buy that filament.
Oh.
But now I got to figure out where the hell I got that filament. Like
That's the worst part.
right. So I should do better at labeling, but again, I'm not too worried about it.
That new one I started using that's like the tricolor.
Yeah,
I can't find it.
really.
Yeah.
That's that's where you have the problem is.
That's the one that I did the pterodactyl in that. And I've sold like 3 pterodactyls and I only printed 6.
Oh yeah. So that was nice
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Again, one of the patrons I'm on is Cinderwing, and they make a lot of nice stuff. Some of their shit is just too long to print because there's an awesome peacock that they have, but the lowest I can get the peacock out to is 2 days. I can't do a 2-day print. I can't sell that.
I'm sorry. The lowest you can get a peacock out to?
Yeah, it's a peacock. The smallest I can get it is a 2-day print.
Oh, see, and I think the color
And a 2-day print, that's like a $50 item.
the color I chose, I think, was on a freaking cardboard
Uh-huh.
thing. Oh, actually, I think it was this company. So, but like, great, if I buy it for that price, right? And I did tell him I'd give him a
It
discount.
looks like it's on sale.
Yeah, I told him I'd give him a discount
see.
for
What dice tower though?
no, he wants the yellow one that's over there.
Oh
No, actually, I lied.
flippy up
He
one.
wants the dragon now. No, not the flippy. That was the just the dice roller. It's not really a tower.
Okay.
So, but now he remember the thing I hold my stickers in. He wants.
Oh, he wants one of those.
Yeah. So, but I'll have
That's what, like a 12 to 14 hour print.
at 12.
So just spitballing here. $28.
For cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say I think I'm gonna end up selling it to him for 40, right? I think I said like 30, but then he changed which one he wanted, and I was like, okay, it's gonna have to be this. And he's paid for everything, no haggling or anything.
Yeah.
Like, the one I was like, hey, I'll sell that one to you for 30 because again, I hate the yellow and I don't think it's gonna sell. Granted, it is a color of the team or whatever, but like, yeah. So I think I'm gonna end up just buying this real quick, getting him because I wonder if will it tell me if I've bought it before?
It will. Purchased. It said it right at the top.
Does it? Purchased. Oh, perfect. Yep. So I'm going to just buy, and I like this company. It did well. It prints nicely. I'm gonna buy it now, get it printed up because I'm never gonna turn down an order for somebody, right?
Well, and that's a on sale price.
Yeah,
Because if it was not on sale,
$25 easily.
oh, way more.
30. Yeah, really?
Yeah, you're probably at $35 to $40 not on sale.
I gotta change card. So here I am, right? I'm working while I'm doing Bucks and Brews. This is what I
that's
do.
what you do. And again, because we do 3D print and we do sell some of this stuff, we make pennies on the dollar.
Well, and like
We're getting rich.
so here's the funny thing to me. You look at things different than I do, right? I'm on for 3D printing, I'm so much about uh quantity.
Mm-hmm.
You're more, hey, I'd rather sell less, I'd rather do less work and make more money.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like, I want to sell because like I think yes, we have the thing printed up, but I think I'm gonna drop these to $5, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to like it's gonna happen. Um, buy four, get the fifth one for free or something. I don't really care.
I mean, I look at some of the stuff I have, like those prints.
Oh yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those prints, I mean, they take a lot of time.
Yeah.
And they take a lot of filament. And I'm between 20 and $25 on a print.
Yeah.
Could I sell them all day long at 10 to 15? Sure. Am I making back what I put into them at that point? No.
Well, and like to me, so like this one,
That's you.
this one here, right?
Yeah.
$20 for my roll. I'm going to use half the roll, if not a little bit more.
Yep.
But that gives me the other half to use, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's now paid me for the roll. He's paid me for whatever, and I get to go make money again, right? And again, he's been great for the money. I just am too lazy to do things. I say, how many times have I hired you to do something versus me doing something?
I mean, I might have made a Lions pendant for
3 of them.
You think you're right.
Yeah, like right, and I have the exact same shit you have.
You do.
I have all of this stuff, like right, like I did finally do one of them for her. It was some Lions truck nuts, or they were not.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't sit here and it's hard because there's days where like I'll hustle for $20, and there's days where I won't fucking like if I'm busy and doing whatever, and you're like, hey, can I get this yesterday? David will do it for $20, right? David
will.
He's willing to kind of stop and figure things out. Me, I will not stop what I'm doing because like
the Jennison chain,
what I'm doing for the most. Oh yeah, the Jennison chain cost me money.
Yeah,
right. Like that's the fucked up part. Like
yeah, you're like, can you do this? And I'm like, I don't know. Give me a couple hours, and it took me a couple hours to design.
Yep.
And then like 4 or 5 more hours to print. Yep. And I'm like, this is what I got into it. And you're like, all right.
Told the guy, that price or whatever. And so I had to drive to you.
Yep.
I had to drive back. I had to then meet the guy.
Yep.
And I sent you, so you made the money and I lost gas money.
Yeah, you did all
and
the
time.
work.
And, but I was driving back from fucking, I think Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I was like, I know, right? But I want the client so that way we have that. And so like, I'm going to
the Lions change you had me do.
Yep.
You sent her here.
Yep.
You're like, go pick them up.
No, she chose to come here because she wanted them at a different time frame.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, well, David said he's here. I was like, because the time frame she wanted them, I was like, I'm either going to come visit you at like 11 o'clock at night, or she could just come in, right? And
she comes in and I'm like, all right, that's like X number of dollars. And she goes, no, Nick said it was this. And I'm like, whatever Nick said is what it is.
Yeah. No, it was, yeah, and that was it was just it, right? Well, and I did. I made those I made $5 a piece on myself because you had said, 25, I said 30 or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, great. And then you're like, hey, and so we put the $15 towards Bucks and Brews.
Yeah, we did.
So I was just like, yep, sure. There you go.
I think that helped us buy the space in Byron.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And so it was just like, hey, this is just perfect. Like I will do sales and mark up my little cost and roll it back all day. I don't care. But again, I didn't have to do any of the work. So I guess if you're interested in doing 3D printing, look, people ask, it's funny because once you post that you 3D print, people assume that you are smart. David, you are smart when it comes to 3D printing.
Okay.
I am fucking stupid. Okay. Oh, what printer should I use? I don't know. Oh, what? Look, I have an Ender 3 that takes 14 hours to do something that takes me 7 hours to do on a Bamboo.
Yeah.
On an Ender 3, I have to put in a card into my computer. I have to slice it. I have to do whatever. And on my Bamboo, I have to go click, click, boom.
Yeah.
And people go, oh, well, what is it? What can it do? What's the capacity? I don't know. Okay. Here, this is my buddy David. He likes talking about this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite. I'll try to act like I have a conversation. Oh, hey, what kind of 3D printer you got? Oh, I got the K2, the Creo. I got this, I got that. And I was like, cool, you like it? Yeah. Oh, it does this. And I was like, dude, I don't even know what you just said, right? Like, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, does it print shit? That's cool, right? Like, I get excited. Does it print multicolor? Yes. No, I have to stop it and pause it. Okay, I know exactly. Yes and no.
You've
I know,
done that.
I know those two things.
Yep.
Right. Anything else that you want to touch on with this 3D printing stuff?
No, I think we had a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
Again, the availability and the cost of 3D printers have come down so much in the last 6-7 years.
Yeah.
That it makes it so people can just go out and do literally anything they imagine.
And one more thing, I guess I want to touch base on.
Yeah.
Sorry, before I start my damn print, I'll focus on you guys. So I've printed some stupid stuff. You'll think they're stupid, like, right? I printed chip clips.
Yes.
My wife is like, oh, and I was like, yeah, I'll just print. I print 10 of them, and boom, now we have alligator chip clips that are just, we have too many of them. But right now, my family's, we keep losing all of our AAAs because, like, we have a junk drawer. I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Everybody.
I'm assuming every Midwest person has a junk drawer.
Oh.
And so, right, we had the power go out the other day. We're trying to look for some AAAs, which my daughter just uses them. I found out she uses them in her nightlight.
Okay.
And so she eats them like candy.
Oh.
But like now I want to go 3D print. D's, double A's, triple A's,
Yeah.
and I have
That way you have holders.
exactly, right. And so it's like it stops the clutter. It does the things that makes my wife happy. She's happy. I'm a little happy. Life is golden.
What'd you
So,
think of that storage unit I sent to you yesterday?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you did. Because you commented on
Is
it.
that the one where it folds or whatever?
No, it had like a shelf and
Yeah.
then like a little cubby you put stuff in, and then
Was that a storage unit?
I mean it stored stuff.
Did you see okay, sorry, I liked it, but did you see the one I like better that I sent you today?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it doesn't have the little cubby thing,
Yeah.
but it has 3 shelves, and this thing folds down flat, and
Oh,
so then you
nice.
put it out, and it's got three-tiered shelving system.
I like that.
So I was like, man, I think you would like that better than what you sent me. Sorry, I have to print this quick, even though I'm not paying attention to anything except for myself.
We know.
I told you guys I was gonna pay attention to you for like 20 seconds, and then I was gonna go to another thing. But yeah, so like David and I, we send prints back and forth all the time.
All day.
And then again, there's prints I don't know how to use, and David's like, oh, you have to go to this place, and I was like, I can't transfer it because there's one print that says how to print, and I was like, yeah, I can read it, and I still don't. It doesn't make sense to me.
Some of them are that way. You have to actually go out somewhere else and download the STL,
Yeah.
which is kind of a pain in the ass.
Right, and so it's like I'll call you once because it's the dice tower that I like, except for I can do it on the bamboo, and it's like it says how to print, and I'm like, dude, this is again, if I can't go click.
Well, you sent me those Lego flowers, and you're like, we need to find. I literally just typed it into bamboo, and boom, and there it was.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize. But yeah, so somebody was like, hey, you don't have to get the friends and family discount. How much would it charge? And I'm like, okay, like this is how much? I don't know how they want the big one. And I was like, how much do I charge for this? So, you have potential to make a little bit of money here and there, a little side, for me.
It's a little side hustle.
Gas money, right? I enjoy it and help keep Bucks and Brews running. You know what I'm saying?
Does help that too.
But all right, I say. If I haven't said it, I'll say it again. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Thanks, David, for the garage beer.
You're welcome.
And what'd you have?
I had the Untitled Art chocolate truffle pastry stout, which is delicious. And then I had the from Revolution Brewing, the freedom of speech. What'd you think of that?
I really enjoyed
That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't as sour as I thought, because when you think
It definitely
sour,
was not sourish.
but I really enjoyed it.
I did too. So thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back in
A week.
a week or two
Yeah, so
with new episodes. Please,
hopefully a Comic-Con update.
if you have ideas for shows, hit us up. If you want to be a guest, hit us up. We love to talk to people and, bring content that you guys want to hear.
Yep.
You've dialed dialed in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these studs.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.